First of all, I just want to stop you right there and thanks so much 𝒔𝒊𝒂𝒚, I think that's how you pronounce it, for giving me the idea to just make these YouTube video. If you also want to receive a shout out, just comment down below some more ideas for future videos. I really just want to make videos for you guys as well, so comment down below what you'd like me to do here. Thank you so much for suggesting this. I'm loving filming it. Let's continue the vlog. Good morning. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Tita and welcome to one of the very first study vlogs that I do here on this channel. One thing that I noticed is that every single study vlog is all the same throughout YouTube, and so I want to start adding more and more value to my videos, even though they are just these simple study vlogs. So during this video you are going to be able to see the importance of a morning routine, organization tips, motivational tips, updates on my thesis, and then I'm just going to end the video with some positive notes so you can just implement on your daily basis and just kind of shift your mindset and think positively. I really hope you guys like this video, and let's get started. Good morning guys, and welcome to today's video. So I already have here my coffee, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of having an established morning routine. My morning routine is not always just to wake up and do my coffee. I usually get all my bedroom cleaned and organized and ready to work, because a clean and clear workspace just makes me think better, just makes me not have those distractions around. And having these morning routines established just makes my brain have these ritual in order to start thinking, if that makes any sense, in order to just start working. I really find having a morning routine really important for my body also, because I like slow mornings, and so I just give my body that time to feel more motivated, feel more focused. And having a list, for instance, I love to do lists, if you know you know, a list of things that I need to tackle during the day, so I just go through the day with having everything organized and established. Morning routine is really important because it just gets me going for the rest of the day, sets the tone, and sets how it's just basically going to be. Whenever I have a rush morning routine, I do not like it. I think the day is going to go crappy, and so that's why I think it's so important. I also would like to say that my morning routines can be a little bit different each day, just because sometimes I do have meetings in the morning. Today I have meetings in the afternoon, so I'm able to just have these quiet morning routine. But the thing is also that I love going to the gym, and I'm going to start having that habit. But since I was sick, I'm just letting my body again just to rest a little bit more, to just get into the routine itself. I guess that's everything about the morning routine. Now we have to tackle the bedroom, so we can work there because it's a little bit chaotic, and I've just been working on my living room, and so kind of neglected that space, and we need to tackle that in order to study. One organization tips that I have for you guys is obviously to clean the room that you're gonna work in. As I previously mentioned, a clear space for me just really means clear mind, and so there's no distractions and you can really focus on what you're doing. Our first organization tip, it's just out there. Now let's clean the room and continue with the list.
I want you to know how I feel. Though I may say it, I just think that I might have to spell it out for you. So listen here. I want this all to be crystal clear. Oh, I care about.
To study, I like to dress something very comfortable, not something very tight, so I can just, have a freedom of movement. So the second organizational tip that I have for you guys now is to start your study day, your work day, by organizing all the tasks that you have to get done during that day and the tasks that you'd like to get done during that day. In my perspective, that really helps me not only to see what's more important to tackle, but also if I have everything tackled, I can just move on to other tasks that I would probably do the next day and just clear my agenda. This is one thing that I like to do, and one tip for for you is to actually get a list of things that you need to tackle during the day, organize it, and just start working. I personally feel that whenever I do this, I get to focus more on like checking things out of my list than just having all of them just, you know, out there. One video that I feel like would be helpful for you guys was actually this video that I recorded previously. It is basically why we should romanticizing doing the thesis, for instance, and some tips on how you can do so, and actually kind of a study vlog as well. So if you want to check it out, you can click on the cards. Now that on my break from my Pomodoro thing, I have 5 minutes to tell you all about the other organizational tips that I have for you guys. So one tip that I have for you guys is obviously to use Pomodoro technique. If you don't know this, I basically study for 25 minutes, I stop for 5, and then study for another 25 and do this technique until I get all the tasks done. With the Pomodoro thing, I really like to do with the Windows one because it just doesn't distract me. I previously mentioned on the video that I suggested earlier that you have other apps, and I gave you examples of those apps. So if you want to check it out the video, you can know more about this technique. But basically I just use the Windows one since it is, you know, not distracting at all, and you can easily stop and start over. So I really like it. And you can also set the time that you want to be focusing on. Then the other thing that I mentioned was time blocking. This is very important for me because I really love to know exactly what I should be doing in certain times, and this really helps me to distribute my tasks during the day, and so I don't get overwhelmed with all the things that I need to get done. Basically just allows me to be more productive and focused on the tasks that I need to get done, and that really helps me. I love it, and it is a huge help for me during the thesis because we have so much going on. You have a lot to write and the project itself, so it gets a little bit messy. And whenever on my calendar I set, for instance, morning I'll do writing co-creation theme, for instance, I know exactly that I need to write that during that time as much as I can. Another tip that I have for you guys is to use GoodNotes. This really helps me to take notes on the PDFs that I have to read and all the books and articles and so on and so forth. It really is a great app if you like these digital tools to take notes. I personally like to have my iPad and like highlight the things that I need, add some notes, and just go back and forth on the PDF and then see what I need to copy to my thesis. And then I have the PDF on my computer as well, so I can just copy paste very easily. But with GoodNotes, I feel like I just read better, and I love it, so I highly recommend. Another tip that I have for you guys is to use Google Docs instead of Word. I use Word for the finishing like thesis itself, but I write everything in Google Docs first. I definitely recommend using Google Docs during your thesis. Not only you can write wherever you are, but it's just easier if you want to add, for instance, a note on your phone, you can easily do that. I guess my time is almost up and I need to get back on the focus mode, but I just really wanted to give you my few organizational tips. So I'm sorry I look like a mess, but whenever I'm really focused, I just put my hair up and I just work. So this is what we are having now. And I wanted to talk a little bit now after I studied for a while, enjoying this little break between sessions, just to tell you some motivational tips that I have for you guys in order for you to have better results. I want to start off by saying that here in Portugal, we have the second semester of the last year of our masters to just focus on the thesis itself. We don't have classes, we don't have other things going on besides the thesis. So we really take this whole semester to focus on writing it, on developing the project, whatever our project or thesis dissertation might be. The thing is, sometimes we get crazy and we get so involved in the things that we are doing, we don't allow ourselves to do other stuff because we are so focused on wanting to get that done. But the thing is, if you don't go outside, if you don't focus on doing your own projects, your own things, you'll go nuts. Get some other job or freelance work, or for instance, like me, the YouTube channel. These will take your mind off the thesis just a little bit during the day or during the week, it will make you even more will to start writing the thesis or continue on doing so. Another thing that I saw that really helped me to motivate myself during this period of time is actually to romanticize doing the thesis. As I previously mentioned, I did a whole video about it, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave the link down below. It is a great video for you to not only understand why we should do it, but how we should do it. I'm really proud of that video, and you guys seem to love it as well. So if you want to check it out, you totally should. That's my advice number 2 in terms of motivational, is just to romanticize the act of writing your thesis. That it can get so boring or it can get so lonely. So I feel like whenever you try to do something to improve that activity, it's always a plus. Another motivational tip that I have for you guys is obviously to write with some sort of playlist. For me, those lo-fi playlists really help me, the ones without any kind of lyrics, any kind of songs that I know. Sometimes it just has 1 hour, 2 hour video with great music for you to study, so I highly recommend to just put that on, leave it there, and focus on your work. And yeah, I feel like those are my motivational tips for you.
Trying to find some peace of mind.
Hi guys, so it is nighttime now. It is 8:30 p.m. and usually now I start to work on other things that I have to, for instance editing, doing content planning, and so on and so forth, or I just continue on reading and doing the thesis if it's just going into a right path. I just wanted to go with you through my thesis update. So first of all, I love the nighttime to work, to study, or to develop some content, just because it gets so cozy here in the bedroom. I love the ambience and I love to study and to be here at night. It just changes the whole mood. So for the thesis update, right now I'm finishing the literature review and I'm just needing to read some more papers onto just a specific subject that I really want to have, so I still need to finish that. The methodology, I think it's done. I still need to send off to my coordinator to see if everything is great. I still need to write the project and the conclusions and everything. I already did the project, so now it's just putting into words. And the other part, which is the actual conclusion of the thesis, I want to deliver it by May 1st, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen because now I'm in these international contests with communication with a colleague of mine, and so I don't feel like it's possible since we have a lot to do for that. So to finish, I just wanted to end this video with a positive note. I just want to say that for me, writing the thesis, it is a huge challenge. Looking back into my schooling progress and so on and so forth, writing has been something that I've just been struggling a lot. So I just want to say that it has been a challenge, and it was something that was really holding me back to pursue a master's degree because I knew I would have to write my thesis, and I was always I don't want to write it. I think I won't be doing a great job, and I loved my master's, and just to think that somewhere in time I was with that thought that it would be too hard and I didn't want to take up that challenge. I just loved my master's so much, gave me so much. I think I grew a lot, not only personally but professionally, so I just couldn't imagine actually not taking the master's. So here I am doing my thesis. I almost have 80 pages written. I still need to write a lot. I just want to say that I know it's something that you are probably going to struggle with. It's not easy, it's boring at certain times, but it's also very exciting, and it's also very dynamic if you want it to be. And just try to, if you are doing your thesis, try to think it with a different mindset. That might help you. And if you're thinking about taking the master's and you're just afraid of the thesis, don't be. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Basically, it's not a big deal. You can do it, and you'll look back and you'll be so thankful for pursuing the career that you'd like and the studies that you'd like. Don't let a little challenge just change the whole thing. If you want it, you go get it. And that was my positive note. I really hope you guys liked this video. It was a little bit different. Now it's just time to study. It was very productive and I really liked it. So thank you for joining me doing the thesis a little bit. and I'll be doing more of these videos in the future. Again, I want to thank 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒄 for just giving me this idea for this video, and if you want to have a shout out in the next video, just comment down below some ideas that you have for future videos and I might pick you, and also subscribe to the channel. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope I could just make you some company and the video could be helpful for you in any kind of way. Know that I love you so much, and I shall see you next week. I love you all so much. Stay creative and stay happy. Bye!